What's up, everybody? It's Comics Addiction coming at you with another video. Today's video is going to be for Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture 500 sub contest. I want to congratulate him. He has been around for 2 years, but like if you see his videos, he has taken a bit of a on and off, but for personal reasons. If you just look at his videos, you'll see why. This guy's really cool, you know. He gives you advice on what to look out for, when to not get ripped off at cons. It's true, you know, big cons do tend to rip you off, especially. I want to congratulate him, like I said, for reaching 500 already. And he has a pretty cool contest going on. He has some of the basic rules are 18 and over, which, believe me, I'm way past that. Of course, sub to his channel. Give him a thumbs up. His number one rule is, or the first thing he wants is favorite villain or hero. I'm gonna cheat a little bit by throwing both. So my favorite villain, of course, as you can see by the cover, is Joker. This is actually a really cool cover. Right here. About a flick off the Batman. You see Commissioner Gordon right there, and my hero, of course, it's gonna have to be Batman right here. So as I grew up, I've only done 2 of my comic hauls. I grew up in a tough neighborhood, not wealthy whatsoever, so I couldn't afford comics, couldn't really afford, well, anything. We had one TV for a bunch of kids who would just all get together, and we would just binge watch Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, all those good old days cartoons, which out of all of them, I mean, I still love like Superman, X-Men, all those cartoons, but Batman just stuck with me. And the villain, of course, Joker, he's an iconic villain. The dude just doesn't think, man. He's a true psychopath. Whatever he does without a thought. Of course, he never really wants to kill Batman. I think he gets the joy of the whole cat and mouse chase. And Batman, who just refuses to kill. Not like the Golden Age where, well, it's a whole different story, but he refuses to kill. The man doesn't have superpowers. Yes, he's rich and all that, but he uses his brain. He's really smart. He finds ways of getting people. But his nemesis, who he knows what he should do, would be take out the Joker, but I don't think he ever will. Hopefully he won't. The other thing is to show artists from the 70s or 80s. There's so many artists. Kirby, Steranko. I would have to say one of my favorites is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to pronounce the name wrong, just because I don't have one of the Steranko colors I want. So I'm going to go for now with John Byrne or Byron. Byron? I think that's the name. He did this classic Uncanny X-Men 141, which, as you guys, hopefully you guys know by now. If you haven't, I recommend you get the trade if you want to start off with that. It's the whole mutants getting hunted down by the Sentinels. It's a great story. It's a bit of a depressing story, but the ending has a good ending, of course. But it's just such an iconic cover, and he's done many more. But to me, this is one of my favorite covers of all time. Uncanny X-Men 141 by John Byrne. And the third one is to say something about myself. There's a lot of things, as I said, because of the way I grew up, which was tough, eating oatmeal every morning, which as a kid you don't care, you're just glad to have something to eat. It was oatmeal or whatever was there. Meat was something not a luxury, something we couldn't really afford to eat every day. So one thing I promised myself and my mom, well, my family pretty much, is when we make it out of this, we will not think, I will not even look at the price tag of whatever we go eat. We're just gonna eat. So I love eating. I go to different restaurants. I don't think twice. I don't think about, oh, how many calories. No, just I enjoy my food. But because I can't really show that, I mean, I can show you a bunch of food menus, but that's too boring. The other thing that I do love is I love collecting movies. I know everybody says you just download them, you could just watch them on Netflix, do this, do that. But it's not the same without like holding it, physically having in your hands. And I actually just went to buy a couple. Elysium, if you're a fan of, let me fix that right now. If you're a fan of a sci-fi movie, that's a good one. Amazing Spider-Man 2. This movie sucks. The only reason I bought it is because this was the first date that I went on to, it was officially a first date with who now is my wife. I have a beautiful young son and another one on the way. But that's the only reason I bought it. We actually started watching it, and even though the movie sucks, it brings really good memories about who I'm married to now, started a family with. Have Kingsman, The Golden Circle, once again, another movie that was, it was okay, but I don't think I saw it in theater, so I just purchased it, and that's how I got to see it. Another movie I just purchased without having seen it is Justice League. It's actually not that bad. It's solid. I had no issues with it. It's a good popcorn film. To me, one of my favorite all-time Western movies. I mean, you might want to argue with me or whatnot. It's Tombstone. Great anime. Akira. Spirited Away. This is just a fun movie. Baby Driver. And another good country modern movie. It's Hell or High Water. You know what, if you guys don't believe me, for all of you who want to, let me not show this mess real quick. For those of you who want to question me on my movie collections, or if you guys want to just chat about movies, you're welcome to talk to me about it. This is just my son's collection right here. These are all Disney movies, Pixar. You know, if it's animated, it's probably there. Except for those are just double copies. One of my favorites, Looney Tunes. When they had it on Blu-ray, I was like, oh, it's mine. Some video games. All my movies are actually alphabetized. And the reason they're jammed like that is because I ran out of space. You're going to see some of my comic book boxes. Like I said, I'm in the middle of fixing a lot of this stuff, so I'm actually going to see how I'm going to fix my movies. There are many, 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 many movies. And I've seen every single one of them. One thing I suggest is, you know what guys, if you are a movie buff or just love movies, if the cover grabs your attention and it's the right price, go for it. Just watch it. You might be pleased. If it sucks, well, hopefully you only spend like $5. So yeah, that's one of my favorite hobbies right there, which is just collecting movies. So that was the concept right there for Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture. I suggest you go look at his videos, subscribe. He's a really cool guy. So that's it. Thank you guys. Hopefully you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you want. Till next time.